Well, here we are with yet another super easy, totally basic, absolutely bare bones, modern Street Fighter guide. We are tackling the Crimson Viper herself with this one. And I must say, this character totally exceeded all my expectations. Definitely an A+. And so, there I was, a pretty mediocre, no-frills sort of player, shuffling onto the ladder's placement matches, armed only with a rudimentary shimmy and a couple of the auto combos. Ready for a bit of a beatdown, but no, the wins just kept on coming, and pretty soon I was into the master players. I was starting to think, heck, this Viper's got some moves. First off, I love this aerial burning kick. You just have to press special while in the air for it to come out. It really messes with the opponent's timing because the kick makes you hang in the air for a few more frames and also pushes your attack forward. So a late burn kick can turn what seems like quite an innocuous looking jump into a nice connecting hit. And the opponent's immaculately timed anti-air can just be pushing fresh air as you hang in the air and then cross them up. It can also be a nice little gap closer just by pressing special as soon as you take off. I must say, I pressed special on practically every single jump, even if I didn't need to. Another important thing is to always use the tracer combination after every electrical attack. This is forward and any two hit buttons. I use light and medium together, so you can use it at the end of the auto heavy combo, at the end of the auto light combo, and at the end of the anti-air attack. It uses one bar, but it's well worth it because you finish the move right next to your opponent with 20-odd frames of advantage. You are practically standing there, waiting for them to get up. Get into training and practice this until it's second nature. If you look at the input data of the heavy auto, you can see that I input the anti-air electrical attack manually with forward special before doing the tracer combination. This seems to help me with the timing of the forward light and medium. Ideally, this should also stop the level 3 from coming out, but in truth, I'm mashing the auto heavy so fast, it usually comes out even with the forward special. In fact, with the auto light, I tend to mix it up with either grab or tracer combination at the end. It's the same two buttons, so not too tricky. Oh yeah, by the way, all Viper's auto combos are really good and relatively safe on block. Don't be shy with them. I tend to only use the heavy and light just to keep it really simple. But hey, you can't be as basic as me, so throw it all in if you want. You also have the burning kick while on the ground. The back special version is the medium burning kick, which has very little range. More useful at mid-range is the heavy burning kick. But horror of horrors, this is a quarter circle forward, heavy, and I just can't be doing with these sort of fiddly shenanigans on the open field of combat. Luckily, its range is perfect for the distance between the initial start positions at the beginning of the round and also the distance between the fighters after a throw. So I've got all that lovely cutscene time to take a sip of tea and look down at the joystick and say to myself, yes, it's definitely pointing down. Now, I will wait and try to smoothly do a quarter circle and heavy when the scene ends. Even then, it's not 100%, but at least I'm making the effort to better myself. Certainly, in Diamond, you really must make this burning kick attack into a double burn by pressing the medium and heavy button together, straight after the original burning kick input. One or both of these attacks will usually hit, but don't worry. It's pretty good if they block both, because then you're standing right next to them with +2 frames of advantage. That means you can mash out a grab and it will beat them mashing their crouching light. So anyway, back to all that lovely frame advantage we get after the tracer combination. It's often 23 or so plus frames, which is too much really. If you start mashing, you'll be whiffing because the opponent hasn't even stood up yet. Initially, I was trying to manually time it, pressing buttons just as the opponent started to rise, And then later, to better aid the timing, I began doing a dash before button pressing, which is forward, forward. This takes up 19 or 20 frames, so a grab or fast button press after that should be golden, but it all seemed a bit hit and miss. It all depends how quick and how accurate your dash is, I suppose. But then came the finest of ideas. What about that short-range burning kick? Back special. How nice. To just mash back special straight after the tracer combination. No need for timing or to wait. By the time the opponent stands up, the burning kick is up and at him. This hits on any wake-up button pressing from the opponent, grabbing or jumping, so the odds are well and truly with you. Of course, continue to go for the double burn with an immediate medium and heavy. And then, if they block you, need to be mashing that grab. I tend to do the back special burning kick a couple of times, a third time, and you'll probably get an OD Dragon Punch lifting your chin. And so we get a nice little passage of play that the opponent has to do his best to navigate. This works nicely in the corner because the opponent often wants to jump up or out, which are both caught by the burning kick. Really, the opponent often has to fall back on a super or invincible OD. Eventually, after your double burn, the opponent might start teching your grab. Then you've got light, forward special, tracer combination. Then you're back to spamming back special. And so it goes. A wake-up drive impact can be a problem, I suppose. It catches the burning kick if you go for a double burn, but it's one of those that hits you awkwardly. You are juggled into the air, so their bread and butter punishment probably won't work. The second time they try it, you can forget the double burn and just respond to their DI instead. Of course, you've got the seismic strike as well. Some people just don't like to crouch block, so just shake that earth from under them. The strike has 3 distances depending on the down position of the joystick. I only use the long range one, which is not that long. It's not full screen, but worth throwing in if they're hanging around at that range. Oh, and if you're some sort of Justin Wong, you could throw in a drive rush forward medium against a croucher and a drive rush down medium against a stander. And as you're already hovering over the medium button, might as well go straight into auto medium on hit. Good luck and have fun.
Hey there, sweetie. I'm coming home early.
Round 2. Fight!
Cool your jets. See ya. Hey, Lauren.